Hi, my name is Shane, and welcome to day 5 of week 6 in the Bible in a Year Live podcast. This week, we continue to read from the Amplified Bible, and you can join us live this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. on Zoom as we discuss all the things we've read this week. The details to join that Zoom are in the description. But for now, let us dive into today's reading. Exodus chapter 25, Offerings for the Sanctuary. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Tell the children of Israel to take an offering for me. From every man whose heart moves him to give willingly, you shall take my offering. This is the offering you are to receive from them: gold, silver, and bronze, blue, purple, and scarlet fabric, fine twisted linen, goat's hair, ram's skin dyed red, porpoise skins, acacia wood, olive oil for lighting, balsam for the anointing oil and for the fragrant incense, onyx stones and setting stones for the priest's ephod and for the breastpiece. Have them build a sanctuary for me, so that I may dwell among them. You shall construct it in accordance with everything that I am going to show you, as a pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all its furniture. Ark of the Covenant. They shall make an ark of acacia wood, 2.5 cubits long, 1.5 cubits wide, and 1.5 cubits high. You shall overlay the ark with purple gold, overlay it inside and out, and you shall make a gold border frame around its top. You shall cast 4 gold rings for it and attach them to the 4 feet, 2 rings on either side. You shall make carrying poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold, and put the poles through the rings on the sides of the ark by which to carry it. The poles shall remain in the rings of the ark, they shall not be removed from it, so that the ark itself need not be touched. You shall put into the ark the testimony, 10 commandments, which I will give you. You shall make a mercy seat cover of pure gold, 2.5 cubits long, and 1.5 cubits wide. You shall make 2 cherubim, winged angelic figures of solid hammered gold at the 2 ends of the mercy seat. Make 1 cherub at each end, making the cherubim of one piece with the mercy seat at its 2 ends. The cherubim shall have their wings spread upward, covering the mercy seat with their wings and facing each other. The faces of the cherubim are to be looking downward toward the mercy seat. You shall put the mercy seat on the top of the ark, and in the ark you shall put the testimony which I will give you. There I will meet with you from above the mercy seat, from between the 2 cherubim which are on the ark of the testimony. I will speak intimately with you regarding every commandment that I will give you for the Israelites. The table of bread. You shall make a table of acacia wood, 2 cubits long, 1 cubit wide, and 1.5 cubits high. You shall overlay it with pure gold, and make a border of gold around the top of it. You shall make a rim of a handwidth around it. You shall make a gold border for the rim around it. You shall make 4 gold rings for it, and fasten them at the 4 corners that are on the table's 4 legs. The rings shall be close against the rim as holders for the poles to carry the table. You shall make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold, so that the table may be carried with them. You shall make its plates for the showbread, and its cups for incense, and its pitchers and bowls for sacrificial drink offerings. You shall make them of pure gold. You shall set the bread of the presence, the showbread, on the table before me at all times. The golden lampstand. You shall make a lampstand of pure gold. The lampstand and its base and its shaft shall be made of hammered work. Its cups, its calyxes, and its flowers shall be all of one piece with it. 6 branches shall come out of its sides, 3 branches of the lampstand out of the one side, and 3 branches of the lampstand out of its other side, the shaft being the 7th branch. 3 cups shall be made like almond blossoms. each with a calyx and a flower on one branch, and 3 cups made like almond blossoms on the other branch with a calyx and a flower. So for the 6 branches coming out of the lampstand, and in the center shaft of the lampstand, you shall make 4 cups shaped like almond blossoms, with their calyxes and their flowers. A calyx shall be under the first pair of branches coming out of it, and a calyx under the second pair of branches coming out of it, and a calyx under the third pair of branches coming out of it, for the 6 branches coming out of the lampstand. Their calyxes and their branches shall be of one piece with it. All of it shall be one piece of hammered work of pure gold. Then you shall make the lamps of the lampstand 7 in number, with 1 lamp at the top of the shaft. The priests shall set up its 7 lamps, so that they will light the space in front of it. Its snuffers and their trays shall be of pure gold. It shall be made from a talent, 50 to 80 pounds, of pure gold, including all these utensils. See that you make them exactly after their pattern, which was shown to you on the mountain. Exodus 26. Curtains of linen. Moreover, you shall make the tabernacle sacred tent of worship with 10 interior curtains of fine twisted linen and blue, purple, and scarlet fabric. You shall make them with embroidered cherubim, the handwork of a skillful craftsman. The length of each curtain shall be 28 cubits, and the width of each curtain 4 cubits. All of the curtains shall measure the same. The 5 curtains shall be joined to one another, and the other 5 curtains shall be joined to one another. You shall make loops of blue on the outer edge of the last curtain in the first set, and likewise in the second set. You shall make 50 loops on one curtain, and 50 loops on the edge of the last curtain, that is, in the second set. The loops on one curtain correspond to the loops on the other. You shall make 50 gold hooks, and fasten the curtains together with the hooks, and the tabernacle shall be one unit. Curtains of goat's hair. Then you shall make exterior curtains of goat's hair as a tent over the tabernacle. You shall make 11 curtains in all. Each curtain shall be 30 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. The 11 curtains shall all measure the same. You shall join 5 curtains by themselves, and the other 6 curtains by themselves, and you shall double over the 6th curtain at the front of the tent to make a closed door. Make 50 loops on the edge of the outermost curtain in the first set, and 50 loops on the edge of the outermost curtain on the second set. You shall make 50 bronze hooks and put the hooks into the loops and join the tent together so that it may be one unit. The overlapping part that is left over from the tent curtains, the half curtain that is left over, shall lap over the back of the tabernacle. The cubit on one side and the cubit on the other of what is left over in the length of the curtains of the tent shall lap over the sides of the tabernacle on one side and the other side to cover it. You shall make a 3rd covering for the tent of ram skins dyed red, and a 4th covering above that of porpoise skins. Boards and sockets. Then you shall make the boards for the tabernacle of acacia wood, standing upright as a trellis-like frame. The length of each board shall be 10 cubits, and the width of each board shall be 1.5 cubits. Make 2 dovetails in each board for fitting them together. You shall do the same for all the tabernacle boards. You shall make the boards for the tabernacle in the following quantities: 20 boards for the south side. You shall make 40 silver sockets under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under each board for its 2 dovetails, and 2 sockets under another board for its 2 dovetails. For the north side of the tabernacle, there shall be 20 boards, and there 40 silver sockets, 2 sockets under each board. For the back or west side of the tabernacle, you shall make 6 boards. Make 2 boards for the corners of the tabernacle at the rear on both sides. They shall be joined together underneath and joined together on top with one ring. So shall it be for both of them. They shall form the two rear corners. There shall be 8 boards and 16 silver sockets, 2 sockets under each board. Then you shall make 15 bars of acacia wood, 5 for the boards on one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards on the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the rear end of the tabernacle, for the back wall toward the west. And the middle bar in the center of the boards shall pass through horizontally from end to end. You shall overlay the boards with gold, and make their rings of gold to hold the bars. You shall overlay the bars with gold. You shall erect the tabernacle according to its plan, the direction corresponding to its meaning and purpose, which has been shown to you on the mountain. The veil and screen. You shall make a veil to divide the 2 rooms, of blue, purple, and scarlet fabric, and fine twisted linen, skillfully worked with cherubim on it. You shall hang it on 4 pillars, support poles of acacia wood, overlaid with gold hooks on 4 silver sockets. You shall hang the veil from the hooks that connect the curtains together, and you shall bring the ark of the testimony there within the veil. The veil shall separate for you the holy place and the holy of holies. You shall put the mercy seat on the ark of the testimony in the holy of holies. You shall set the table for the bread outside the veil in the holy place on the north side, and the lampstand opposite the table on the south side of the tabernacle. You shall make a screen to provide a covering for the doorway of the tent of blue, purple, and scarlet fabric, and finely woven embroidered linen, the work of an embroiderer. You shall make 5 pillars, support poles of acacia wood, to support the hanging curtains, and overlay them with gold. Their hooks shall be of gold, and you shall cast 5 base sockets of bronze for them. Exodus 27. The bronze altar. And you shall make the altar for the burnt offerings of acacia wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits wide. The altar shall be square, and its height shall be 3 cubits. Make horn-shaped projections for it on its 4 corners. The horns shall be of one piece with it, and you shall overlay it with bronze. You shall make pots to remove its ashes, and shovels, basins to catch the blood of the sacrificed animal, meat forks and fire pans to store live coals. You shall make all its utensils of bronze. Also, make a grate for it, a network of bronze, and on the grid you are to make 4 bronze rings at its 4 corners. And you shall put it under the ledge of the altar, so that the grid will extend halfway up the altar. You shall make carrying poles for the altar, poles of acacia wood overlaid with bronze. The pole shall be inserted through the rings on the 2 sides of the altar, so that it may be carried. You are to make the altar hollow with planks, as you were shown on the mountain of Sinai. So shall it be made. Court of the Tabernacle. You shall make the court of the tabernacle. The south side of the court is to have curtains of fine twisted linen, 100 cubits long for one side. It shall have 20 pillars and 20 bronze sockets, but the hooks of the pillars and their fasteners shall be silver. Likewise, for the north side, there shall be curtains, 100 cubits long, and its 20 pillars and 20 bronze sockets, but the hooks of the pillars and their fasteners shall be silver. For the width of the court on the west side, there shall be curtains of 50 cubits, with 10 pillars, support poles, and 10 sockets. The width of the court to the front on the east side shall be 50 cubits. The curtains for one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits with 3 pillars and 3 sockets. On the other side of the gate, the curtain shall be 15 cubits with 3 pillars and 3 sockets. For the gate of the court, there shall be a screen to provide a covering of 20 cubits of blue, purple, and scarlet fabric, and finely woven embroidered linen, the work of an embroiderer, with 4 pillars and 4 base sockets. All the pillars, support poles, around the court shall be joined together with silver rods. Their hooks shall be of silver, and their sockets of bronze. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the width 50 cubits throughout, and the height 5 cubits of fine twisted linen, and their sockets of bronze. All the tabernacle's utensils and instruments used in all its service, and all its stakes, and all the stakes for the court shall be of bronze. You shall command the Israelites to provide you with clear oil of beaten olives for the light, to make a lamp burn continually every night in the tent of meeting of God with his people, outside the veil which is in front of the ark of the testimony, and sets it apart. Aaron the high priest and his sons shall keep the lamp burning from evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be a perpetual statute to be observed throughout their generations on behalf of the Israelites. This is the word of the Lord.